SLO practice number 4. Use the scale to find the distance between A and B. So here's the scale up there, and we're going to copy it over 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to measure from A to B. So put the 0 at the A part, and the B is just over 2 miles. Distance between A and C. So from A to C is going to be more than one scale. So there's 5. So I'm going to put a little dot there, and I move the 0 mark over to that dot, and I see it's another 2. So 5 plus 2 is going to be 7 miles. The elevation of each letter. A is right on this line, which is labeled 100. B is at the very tippy top. So we got to figure out what each line represents. This is 200, this is 100, and we go from 100 to 200 in 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. So that means that each line represents going up 25 feet. This is going to be 125. This line represents 150. This line 175, and then we have the 200. So keep on going up. 225, 250, and this is above the 250. So we estimate halfway up. Half of 25 is going to be about 12 or 13. So we add 12 or 13 to 250, and we get for option B 273-ish. Okay, letter C is right on the 100. Letter D is between the 125 and 150. So we pick a number that's halfway in between. That's going to be 137. E is between this 175 and the next one up, which is 200. So halfway between that, E is going to be, let's see here, 187. Letter F, that is between the 200 and the 225, so we're going to say 112. Going from A to B, do you go uphill or downhill? Well, A is at 100 and B is at the 200 something, so that's going to be uphill. Going from E to F, we're going towards this little circle. Remember, little circles are hilltops, and so we're going towards the hilltop. That's going to be uphill. Which is steeper, going from A to B or going from C to E? We can see that in this region right here, the lines are closer together than down here, and so this is going to be where it's steeper. Coordinates of each town in minutes and seconds. Coffee Town here is right on this line, so it's going to be 5 degrees north. But going left and right, it is somewhere between 71 degrees and 72 degrees. So it's going to be 71 degrees and something minutes, and that's going to be to the west. We just got to figure out what that is. To go from one line to the other line is 60 minutes. And so we're halfway across. So half of 60 is going to be 30. So there's the coordinates of Coffee Town. For Donutville, going up and down, we're more than 5 but less than 6. So it's going to be 5 degrees and something minutes north. Going from the line to the next line is 60 minutes. And we're not quite halfway across. We need something less than halfway. I'm going to guess that's about 15. If from here to here is 30, here to there is 60, then from here to there is about 15. You could have a different opinion if you wanted. That would be fine. But it needs to be less than 30. Okay, going left and right, it is more than 71 but less than 72. So it's going to be 71 degrees, something minutes west. It's almost the full 60 across, not quite. So I'm going to estimate 55. You could say 57, 58, even 51 or 50. but something that's less than 60, more than 30. Okay, to place. Going up and down, it's more than 5 degrees, but less than 6. So it's going to be 5 degrees, something minutes north. Going left and, how many degrees, minutes I should say, how many minutes? Going from here to there, once again, is 60. This is more than halfway up. Here's the halfway mark. So it's going to be more than 30 minutes. I'm going to estimate 45. You could say 50, you could say 40, that's all good, something in that range. Now that's the up and down. Left and right, it's more than 71, but less than 72. So 71 degrees, something minutes west. It is not halfway across, so it's not quite half of 60. It's going to be something less than half of 60. So it's going to be less than 30. Let's estimate 20 degrees. You could say any number less than 30 and that would be fine. So there are the coordinates of the place. Finding the gradient. The gradient is the rise over the run times 100. So if you type that into your calculator, you get 50%. It's always the up and down number divided by the horizontal number times 100. Number 9, on the map below, name an interstate. Interstates are the fanciest roads, and so they have the fanciest symbols. It has color, and it has points, and it has curves. We have 2 of them here, 88 and 94. U.S. highway, that's run by the federal government, and so it's almost, well, it's not quite as fancy as an interstate, but it is a nicer road. So it still has somewhat of a fancy symbol. It has pointiness and it has curves. So 51 is one example of that. Here's 12. Okay, a state highway is a highway that just has a circle on it. And so here we have Highway 0. Number 12, going from Madison to Milwaukee to Chicago. Do you turn right or left at Milwaukee? Okay, so Madison to Milwaukee is going in this direction. And then we go this way, down to Chicago. To see if that's a right or a left turn, what you need to do is look down the first route. So looking down this line, I can see that Chicago's to the right. So that's going to be a right turn. Going from Milwaukee to Madison to Beloit, would you turn right or left? Okay, from Milwaukee to Madison to Beloit. Here's Milwaukee, Madison. It's going to be going this way. And then Beloit's down here. We're looking at the blue lines now. Looking down the first blue line, I can see that Beloit is to the left. A left turn at Madison.